So wait, hold on. You're telling me that Peloton stock has fell 90% since the pandemic in 2020? Hey, they're talking about they're going to be laying off 15% of their workforce and the CEO has stepped down. Man, we're going to get into it right now. We cannot wait and talk about this without further ado. Let's go. So yeah, let's talk about it. Peloton stock is fell 90% since 2020, 2021 time. It was a beloved play that a lot of people was investing in. The stay at home workout scenario was sounding great as gyms. People were scared to come together in gym places like that, like with sweat and, nobody wanted to gather. It was a beloved darling, right? And it's fell out of the grace of investors as people who have said, you know what, Planet Fitness and these other places where I could pay $10, have 90 machines to choose from, and sometimes and get a little massage chair and all that stuff is a better fit for me than something like this, right? So we got to realize as investors that sometimes the 4 years to 5 year grace period of a play is all that you really have. You don't have 30 years sometimes to really catch the moment of a beautiful investment, right? But we know after 1 year is considered a long-term investment, even in your taxes. So don't feel guilty for investing in something just for 1 or 2 years. Is already considered a long-term investment after 1 year. So just remember that as you investing in these companies. Yeah. So another good piece of news: the Federal Reserve, right, are leaving rates unchanged. Their goal is to get it back down to 2% interest rates, but they cite that right now they voted to keep the benchmark between 5.2 and 5.5, right? So percent. So which is a 23-year high. So like right now, their inability to decide to bring rates down, which everybody is figuring will happen at least starting in June, right? A lot of people are not sure because it is May already. So, it was a good thing for the market. The market took it as a beautiful thing as far as rates not going back up, right? So we don't want to see rates go back up, but a rate cut would be nice. But the reason why it's not really going to be rushed is because it's a drastic move, right? So one drastic move to another drastic move is not necessarily always good either, as far as investment communities, as far as the stock market. So you got to realize when rates go down, it is a good thing for the stock market because people realize they can't get a good amount of return on their investment, on their money, as far as savings accounts goes, high yield savings accounts, CDs, all the different vehicles that the bank might offer. So they will put their money in the stock market at a higher rate. You've seen it during the pandemic when rates was pretty much bottom basement prices. People put their money in the stock market. So right now, with rates holding steady, you kind of got more options, like where you want to put your money, which is always kind of okay, but not great when it comes to seeing the equity markets just skyrocket, which everybody wants to see. But people are losing hope now that it's almost 6 months in the year. So yeah, Federal Reserve kept rates the same. Stock market reacted great after the announcement, but a rate cut will make this thing gonna lose it. We gonna lose it. Everybody gonna invest. Grandma gonna call you to invest because there's no money being made by the bank. You want to see your interest rate at the bank. They're gonna send you a message saying it's going down as soon as that happens. And that's a further encouragement to put your money in the stock market, which we saw during the pandemic. That's it. So next week we keeping earnings reports going, right? It's gonna be a slew of companies reporting. A lot of companies that I like. I want you to guys to keep your eyes on these companies, right? Because they can make you some money, whether up or down. Especially you options traders out there that's into those things. Uber is gonna report before the bell on Wednesday. Arm is reporting after the bell on Wednesday. Companies like Rivian is going to report after the bell on Tuesday. Upstart reports after the bell on Tuesday. It's a lot of plays that can be lucrative, or if you are a long-term investor, or if you are just trading, swing trading, day trading. Shopify is reporting before the bell on Wednesday. Affirm is reporting before the bell on Wednesday. So we know these companies have a tendency to go highly up or highly down. Robinhood is even reporting this week after the bell on Wednesday. So these are companies that have huge moves, huge swings. And if you could figure that thing out and to know which way they're going on your part, I mean, that's just better for you. Or if you're a long-term investor, this might be a moment to see, hey, should I just get out before? Because I'm anticipating bad news, which will send the stock down, or should I just actually add more to my position because we are anticipating good earnings? It's really what you think at this point. What I can say is just remember, beating the top and bottom line these days on Wall Street don't matter. It's all about the forward guidance and what they project the future will look like for the company. That's what makes money in 2024. Just remember that as you're looking at these earnings calls and wondering, wait, they did great last quarter. Why is the stock not reacting? Because people want to hear what you anticipate doing next quarter in order for the stock to go up. Just remember that, y'all. Yeah. So you know what happened with Apple stock? It blew it out the water. They blew the quarter. Actually, they didn't blow the quarter out the water, but the stock reacted like it did. I mean, it was up 6-7%. That's pretty big when it comes to Apple these days, because it's $1 trillion company, right? Over $1 trillion company. So we know the market cap is very high, and it takes a lot for this stock to move now, right? It's a big ship. It's not a small boat anymore. So we saw that they announced, which was the real reason why their stock went up, is because they announced $110 billion share buyback, right? But we know that iPhone sales dropped 10% as well. So the share buyback is what really propelled the stock, because they bought back a lot of their stock, taking a lot of the money out of the market so making it more attractive in the market. So that means right there that it was more what they did on the financial side than they did on the productivity side, which you really never want to see, because you want to see your company killing it with the customers, not them manipulating numbers when it comes to finances, shifting money around, using their own capital to buy back shares. So that's not really growth as far as new products, more sales. You know what I mean? Maybe a takeover of another company, a merger. So there's nothing that's really propelling as far as product goes, the Apple universe right now. But we want to see what they're going to come up with, because this quarter was good because of what they did. But who knows how next quarter will look. So if you was in it this quarter, you caught it. So kudos to you. Hey, last but not least, we got to talk about it, y'all. Well, maybe I might touch on one more. But Johnson & Johnson will pay $6.5 billion to resolve nearly all the Taukin ovarian cancer lawsuits in the U.S., y'all. It was reported that they had tons of lawsuits in the U.S. about Johnson & Johnson baby powder. You might have even heard it on the radio about class action lawsuits based on women reporting about ovarian cancer based on this powder. And it's sad, companies will put out products even with this kind of news in the air. You know what I mean? Why does it have to come to a whole blown out class action lawsuit where you're paying billions of dollars, Johnson and Johnson, before you would pull a product off the shelves and then see what is going on before, you know, how many people was using baby powder on themselves, women. And now this is the scenario. This is what's happening. Why does it have to come to this before companies say to themselves, hey, let's pull this product? We're hearing through the grapevine that it's causing issues with certain, even if it's a low number, it is something like cancer is very serious, and it should have been addressed before this came to be. But this is, I think, gonna be a message to all the other publicly traded companies. If you have products that might have ingredients in it that's harming human beings, hitting you in your wallet, it seems to be the only language that these companies understand, and there's gonna be a lot more of that going on in the future, I guarantee it. But Johnson & Johnson is the latest company to have to pay back big bucks in a class action lawsuit. Hey, before I go, let me cover this. Amazon last week, they beat on profit and revenue, right, with a 13% growth. And I want to cover this because, you know, a lot of people was counting Amazon out, saying that you know, they haven't really been doing nothing. But Amazon has been really pumping up this year in 2024, and I'm an investor in it because I just believe in the story. If you use Amazon as much as the world is using it, it's no way you cannot believe that this company will not continue to grow. And it's a testament to them that quarter over quarter they continue to improve. I mean, 13% growth. I mean, in the last quarter before that, it was a good quarter. So just the fact that they continue to thrive, even after Jeff Bezos stepped aside, shows that they have a straight game plan that's going to propel them going forward. And I love it. Hey, so I'm your financial coach, Papa Benyarko. Hey, if this is helpful in any way, share it, like it, love it, tell a friend to tell a friend. And also make sure, guys, if you need me, if you need help to really redirect your finances from being a debt holder to being the owner of your investments, to understanding the stock market, to really taking a hold and control of your financial future, let me know. Contact me. Let's get this thing together for you, and not just you, but your family, because that's the most important, right? Legacy. So let's win.